In the last few years, Ozempic or Mounjaro managed to make millions of people lose massive amounts of weight with seemingly only mild side effects. More than 1 in 8 US adults have tried the drugs, and for the first time in history, the country's obesity rate actually fell. At the end of 2025, the WHO added GLP-1 drugs to its essential medicines list for diabetics and released guidelines on how to use it for obesity. For the first time ever, we have a medication that reliably, quickly and seemingly safely can make people lose weight, sometimes massive amounts of weight. But as with most things related to nutrition, health and weight loss, these medications are controversial. There are many aspects to GLP-1s, but we'll focus on one today: the potential medical revolution these drugs could mean for obesity, one of the most deadly chronic diseases of our time that over 1 billion people suffer from and that remains largely unsolved and underfunded. It turns out GLP-1 drugs are the first effective medical treatment for obesity in medical history. The obesity trap. In 2025, more than half of Europeans were either overweight or obese, plus 1 in 3 children. And in many countries like the US, Mexico, Chile or Saudi Arabia, the numbers are even worse. Today, this kills almost 4 million people each year, and if trends continue, by 2050, 1 in 3 adults on Earth will be obese and half of humanity will be overweight. When hearing the word obese, most people think of the extreme ends of the spectrum, but this is not correct. It's not very helpful that the definition of obese is a bit vague because bodies are pretty different. So it can be a BMI of over 30, your waist to hip ratio, or a body fat percentage of over 25% for men and over 32% for women. In the end, obese is a medical term that doesn't judge how you look, but if you have an unhealthy amount of body fat. How did we get here? For most of our history, food was scarce, so when our ancestors found a calorie bomb, binging on it was the best of ideas. The more sugar, fat and salt, the better. Our brains are wired to love these foods. They bring pleasure, enjoyment and mental release. This helped us survive in a world where food was the most important thing to worry about each day. And then the world changed overnight, and suddenly our modern food environment hijacked our biology. Food is a product now and has become cheap, calorie-dense and hyper-palatable, which means it's been engineered with addictive levels of sugar, fat and salt, making our reward centers go ballistic with joy. About half of the products in a US grocery store are ultra-processed, and many are labeled in ways that are deeply misleading, like the serving sizes on packs of chips. Marketing strategies like value pricing and constant food ads stimulate us to eat more. So most people overeat regularly, sometimes without even noticing. And this is very subtle. Most people don't get overweight because they massively lack self-control, they just eat a little bit too much over a long period of time.